Kenyans traveling to South Africa will, from January 2023, need no visa to enter the South African country. President William Ruto and his visiting South African counterpart, Cyril Ramaphosa, hammered out the new visa deal that allows Kenyans to use their ordinary passport to enter South Africa for 90 days a year. Our very own Ogina with the details of the Kenya-South Africa diplomatic gains.
State House played host to the visiting South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. The South African President inspected a guard of honor and was accorded a 21-gun salute. In the bilateral talks centered on easing means of doing business, the two nations struck a deal to have Kenyans traveling to South Africa enter the country without the restrictive visa requirements from 2023.
Kenyans holding ordinary passports will be allowed to enter South Africa on a visa-free regime for up to 90 days per calendar year.
This dispensation will commence on the 1st of January in 2023, and that our officials will speed up the processes of putting this into effect, and that this dispensation will be available to Kenyans for a 90-day period in a given year.
To ring-fence the new dispensation from abuse by illegal immigrants, the two nations have also agreed on a return policy to deport anyone infringing on the visa-free policy.
The two countries have also agreed on a return policy when immigration laws and regulations are breached, to make sure that bad elements that try to infiltrate our borders are dealt with firmly and decisively.
Close monitoring of the implementation of this process, and also be able to have a return policy of those, as we call them, elements that would be undesirable, to be able to be returned to Kenya.
The two nations signed 3 memorandum of understanding around correctional services, housing and human settlement, cooperation between Kenya School of Government and the South African School of Government, and cooperation on audiovisual co-production. This to seal balance of trade between the two nations.
President Ramaphosa and I have also agreed to develop a sustainable mechanism to identify, monitor, and resolve non-tariff barriers that limit the trade potential between our two countries.
And we recognize that the wonderful foundation that exists between our two countries gives rise to enormous opportunities that our two countries should capitalize on.
With the war in the Democratic Republic of Congo, trouble in Ethiopia, the two presidents expressed concern over the hostilities in the Horn of Africa and vowed to take a central role in diffusing the tensions.
Besides destroying lives and livelihoods, these conflicts greatly retard progress in addressing important social and economic issues.
Kenya and South Africa commit to play our roles in the pursuit of sustainable peace and security in Africa and the world through the Africa Union Peace and Security Council and UN Security Council frameworks.
Ogina, Citizen TV, Nairobi.